Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
2423-2423. It is Mike Matthews podcasting from Podcastro Valley.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And it's Mike. Yeah, here I am at Cafe Anyway with a bunch of people. Yay. We're having a good time today. And here's what I have to say. I have to do this podcast. It's part of my government work furlough program that I do to help out Uncle Sam. No, it's something I do out of enjoyment, I think.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Some kind of enjoyment. Hey, today we're going to cover things that are helpful to you because we do
Mike's
a little bit of that
Daily
on the podcast thing.
Yeah!
Today, it's going to be date night with you and me. Wait, what? Huh? Mike, I'm not even interested in you. No? Bam! It's date night. I will explain. Permit me to explain. There's a reason why I'm calling it date night, and I'll tell you. It's because of dates. Dates, my friend. The podcast is about dates. Date palms are one of the oldest cultivated fruit trees known to man, and they are very attractive. Date palms. It goes back. Wow. They go back around 6,000 years. Native to the Middle East, the two most widely grown date palm trees in the United States are the Medjool and the Deglet Noor varieties. Medjool dates are soft, cylindrical, and about 2 to 3 inches long. Oh, those are the delicious ones. You ever make a date shake? Where you take dates and I think you add a little bit of vanilla ice cream or some kind of vanilla flavoring. You can go with anything that's slightly sweet. Maybe a little honey, maybe some almond milk or regular milk or whatever you feel like, and then you just mix it all up. It's delish.
And here's today's podcast picture.
If you don't have the ice cream, I'd add some ice, but the podcast picture today is of ice. No, that would have been what a shock, Mike. I want to take a look at a picture of ice. Thank you. It'd be a pitcher of water, but a pitcher... I'll tell you in a moment. Should I do another one from the walk yesterday? We'll go back to that amazing walk that I had podcast pictures of. But first we will explore the late great Basil the Boxer. Many a podcast picture about him and all the amazing places that we went. From my interesting walk the other day in Fremont, I took some cool pictures. We'll feature a picture of that at mikesdailypodcast.com or something similar. I don't know. I was in the middle of talking about dates and palm trees, and Medjool dates are soft. They pack about 66 calories per date. 66 calories. I did not know that. I guess they are kind of high in calories, but they are full of nutrition because they are low in fat and rich in potassium and fiber. They contain a high level of carbohydrates, vitamins B5, B6, and iron, which makes them a perfect all-natural energy booster before a workout or a great part of post-workout recovery. Medjool dates. About 70% of Medjool dates' weight comes from sugar. So maybe you don't even have to add the vanilla ice cream that I was saying earlier. You could even make like a smoothie with Medjool dates. Maybe throw in a little bit of avocado if you want to be crazy. And it's found in natural sugar crystals, the sugar that's in the Medjool dates, which makes dates a suitable substitute for sugar in many recipes, especially in baking. You can remove the pits and boil the dates down to a paste or a syrup, which can be used as a substitute for molasses in pancake syrup, or for making savory sauces, like you can do a barbecue sauce with it, since it adds a dark, rich flavor when cooked. Ooh, 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 ooh. did not know these dates had all this power. Medjool can be added to smoothies instead of sugar or honey. So to take back what I said about adding honey, because the sugar is in the medjool, they can also be chopped or diced and added to salads with a little olive oil as dressing. They are plump and caramel-like in flavor, which makes them perfect for stuffing with nuts or thick cheeses. I am drooling all over here at Cafe Anyway. Why don't we have more medjool dates here at Cafe Anyway? Fresh medjools all by themselves can combat sweet tooth cravings and serve as a simple, healthy snack for kids and adults. Fresh and diced medjools store well. Refrigerate fresh dates and store dried ones in airtight containers in your pantry. Dates can work well as an ingredient in your weekly eating plan. And that all from Yvonne Maffei, a food writer, recipe developer, and the publisher of myhalalkitchen.com. Fascinating. There you go. That's all from the Costco connection. Yes, which I finally made it there a little over a week ago. And that was interesting walking in. Oh, that was last week, the week where I had no time to do a podcast. That's right. Part of the reason why was because I was at Costco. Nothing really interesting happened. In fact, I had a pretty good experience overall getting all the stuff I needed. The one thing I hate is if I go to a Costco and there is absolutely no rotisserie chicken. That just... Or you got to wait a long time for it. And then there's a line that backs up for people wanting to get the chicken. And that's when I'm like, I'm never coming here again. And there are 2 Costco's in the Bay Area I will never go to again. And that is the one in San Leandro. Forget that. It is a madhouse. And the one in, I think they call it Union City, Hayward. There's another one in Hayward that's basically just for work businesses. As we go outside a Cafe Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. Yes, it's like a office depot business type thing. More stuff. They don't have rotisserie chickens there, but I can go to several other Costco's around the Bay Area and find rotisserie chicken. And I'm telling you now, it's probably not the healthiest thing to eat. Rotisserie chicken. I had a doctor tell me, yeah, you can eat that, just stick to the white meat. What fun is that? As my late mom would say, you have to eat just the dark meat. That's the most delicious part of the chicken. But it's not the healthiest. I think the white meat, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with, make something healthier. And if you're a vegetarian and don't want to hurt chickens at all, well, you can eat dates. Have a nice salad with some dates on it. All right. Hey! Okay. Let's see if I get a surprise guest here at Cafe Anyway. I would have been here earlier, but I was having a discussion with somebody about washing machines. And about that thing when you have to have really good outflow pipes from a washing machine, because it puts out a lot of water pressure pushing out of a washing machine when you're washing your clothes. And if you're not careful, if you have a pipe break, you can have all kinds of... Remember the time here at Cafe Anyway when there was the water... You're trying to wash that towel, and that towel just disintegrated in the wash, and it backed up. The water couldn't come out. As it was coming out, it clogged up the pipe, and it got all over the basement. Do you remember that, lovely lady friend?
Was that the same day that...
Yes, probably. Probably was the same day that you were going to work, and you left it for me as a special present. But love, you here's the... You caught us outside a Cafe Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Here, you want it? Here. Use that microphone over there. Can you grab that? I tell you, today, technically has not been a great day. I had
Blame it on the solar flares.
the solar flares.
Yes, the sun is acting up.
Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. That mic had a slight hum on it, but I think we're okay.
It's the solar flare.
Do you know what? Now we hear you perfectly. If you want to wear headphones, no? Hear all the birds outside?
Oh yeah, how pretty. Actually, no, I don't hear them.
You don't hear them?
No,
Oh. Okay, well,
but that's okay.
maybe.
I hear the bird song in my soul.
Okay, that's good. Listen to the birds in your soul. My little birdhouse in your soul. They Might Be Giants is that band. Okay, that was my little music diatribe. They Might Be Giants. Love, let me tell you really quickly what happened today. So, I was producing a talk show, and there was a, hold on. Excuse me. I was talking about medjool dates. Those dates.
Oh yeah,
They're really good.
yeah.
On today I was producing a show for a lady that does mortgages, and she works out of Santa Cruz. So I'm at the radio station getting her voice, trying to get her voice from the location she's at through the board, that goes out to the radio waves. And we usually use a Zoom connection. Only there was something weird with her Zoom where she didn't sound good. She sounded like, you ever heard the song, I Am Iron Man?
That's scary.
That she kind of sounded like that. And
She was transforming.
and I said, we're just going to have to can we go over the phone? And she's like, okay. So we went over the phone. And I said, you do the first, because her show, it's like 5 different segments. And then there's little commercial breaks in between the segments. So between the first segment and the second segment is a commercial break. And I figured during that time I could try and fix the problem with the Zoom. So I'm talking to her in that commercial break. That entire conversation went out over the air. I thought I was in a commercial break with her, and everybody listening to the radio is listening to commercials. No, they heard her voice and my voice talking. I'm like, how does that sound? Do you sound better? How does that sound? Does that sound better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? And I even told her, love, because, she works with mortgages. I was talking about my mom's reverse mortgage. And so all of that went over the Bay Area airwaves.
Woo!
And I said to a fellow coworker who's been on the show, Nate, I said, Nate, let that be a lesson to you.
Yes.
Don't use bad language. Don't cuss. Don't say any profanity. Even if you think you're off the air, you might be on the air.
Yeah.
There was like a little command that didn't click off what it was supposed to do. And
Oh boy.
yeah, you never know. So there's a rule in radio.
Oh, sorry about that.
The younger generation doesn't get this rule, but there's a rule in radio that if you walk into a room and you see a microphone, just assume that microphone is on because it's hot. So there you go, love. That was my little story.
Oof. Well, I wonder if you'll get any calls from people. Like, what kind of mortgage advice was that?
Yeah.
She was kind of using you as a case study. That was the call.
That's right.
See? So you can say it was actually planned.
I think it actually enhanced her show.
There you go.
Because it helped show that she is who she says she is on the air, that she does work with people, because she answered my question, and she was talking about how these things in life you never prepare for, they just happen, and you're suddenly thrown into it. So there you go. We're outside a cafe anyway,
love.
and believe me, there are birds chirping. The listener who does not exist, because I have no listeners, love.
You do, love.
No.
You have more than you think.
I have none. Absolutely zero.
Stop. That's not true.
Nobody ever calls 336MM daily. That's 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast.
Call now. 336 MM Daily.
Do you want me to call, love?
Well, didn't somebody from some foreign land email me and say that they dance around a statue of me in the town square?
Yes. They have a day that's named after you.
So, see, I shouldn't think these things. But nobody ever calls...
You're beloved.
Nobody ever calls the number, and nobody ever emails me with the email at the end of the show that A-Frame says, and nobody comments on any of the social media that this is. Except, on Instagram, they'll look at the podcast picture and go, oh, that's a cute picture of you and your friend. That's cute. You guys look cute. That's it. Like, no, did you listen to the podcast? What's a podcast, huh? What are you talking about, huh?
No.
What's up, Doc?
Love, you have friends that have reached out to you because they heard something that you said on the podcast.
That was Kevin, and he's got my personal number because we actually worked together at one time, and we've become friends, and so he's got my personal number, and he texted me. Yes, he did listen. That's true. But that's it. And he's part of the show, and he says he'll take over the show whenever I need him to. So, thank you, Kevin. Where was I going with this? Oh, look who's here. Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. Hello, lovely lady friend. How are you?
Hey, Chely. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Mike Matthews was talking about Citizen Kane. What's that?
Oh, God. It's this really long movie.
Oh.
Rosebud.
Oh, it's about a rosebud?
It's about a rosebud.
Oh.
Yeah.
I sell snow globes.
Oh, well, there you go. That's actually part of the movie.
It's a movie about snow globes?
Something like that.
Oh. I think it'd be fun to run a newspaper. Wouldn't it be fun? I think he talks about that, or he says that in the movie. I don't know. I forget.
My movie Amnesia, love.
Yes. Even with the greatest movie of all time, Citizen Kane.
Oh, someone made a recommendation to me for... Sorry, this is totally my ADHD. An action movie,
I don't think we should...
it's a Michelle Yeoh action movie, the day before... the day of yesterday. Wait, hang on.
See? This whole podcast is ADHD. What are you talking about?
Hang on. I'm consulting Google.
While she does that, let's say hi to some other people outside a cafe anyway. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Hello, lovely lady friend. How are you today?
I'm good, John Deere. I just figured out the name. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yes! Do you know who else is in that?
Who?
Did you probably never saw it, or you won't remember if you did see it. There was an Indiana Jones movie, the second one that was made, that had someone, like a young Asian little kid who helps save Indy's life.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple.
Yeah.
He's in that movie.
No way.
He's all grown up. Yeah.
Huh.
And he became a director, and he had a hard time because Hollywood wouldn't put him in anything, or wouldn't, they wouldn't. Hollywood was racist, believe it or not. So, yeah, he's had a long struggle in the world of entertainment, but he's now in that movie, and apparently he does a really good, there's some kind of scene where he's doing martial arts or something, and yeah.
Okay.
All right, maybe we'll have to watch that.
We'll have to watch that, love.
Interesting.
And what's her face? Jamie Lee Curtis is also in it.
What? When she's not promoting smoothies?
What is that? Is it some side hustle she's got going?
No, I think she once was in a smoothie commercial or some kind of diuretic commercial for something that helps your probiotic body thing. Something. All right, what an excellent suggestion. Lovely lady friend, you always kick up the show a notch, and I thank you for stopping by.
Aw, you're welcome, my love. I've been meaning to stop by sooner. But you always do it, when I'm unavailable.
Oh, man. I know. The planets aligned today.
Yes.
And everything else. Well, lovely lady friend, unless you have anything else to throw in, I have to pretty much wrap up the show.
No. I'm going to eat now.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Hey, there's some fries from Burger King upstairs.
Yes.
Don't eat fast food, everybody. It's bad for you. But I had a coupon for they're evil coupons.
Love, it's okay.
I do it once in a great while.
Don't food shame yourself.
I'm not going to food shame myself.
It's okay.
The rest of the time I eat dates.
There you go.
And it was a wonderful date night with you, lovely lady friend.
Oh, my love. Every day is a date night with you.
Aw! Isn't she awesome? She's so awesome. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. And with more ways to reach me, here's A. Frank.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!